The Borderland Blitz, sponsored by Southwest University, is back in session for week 3 of the high school football season. Nate Ryan, JC Navarrete. How you guys feeling? JC, weren't you just in the newscast?
I was, yeah. Got to do a little bit of double duty today, but that's all right. You know, I'm glad to be here, glad to be doing the news. Can't complain. How about yourself, Nate?
He's like Clark Kent. He takes the tie off,
That's
and
what
he's
I
got
was
that Blitz shirt on, ready to rock and roll.
Always ready for
underneath
action.
The Blitz shirt, I don't know, but he's got the Blitz shirt on underneath the suit.
He had the polo ready to go. Well, this week, guys, is unlike any other in the history of this show. Not many games this week, not just because of games that were postponed due to COVID-19, but a lot of teams are on a bye week. Now, we still got that starting lineup for you, though. Some pretty good games. JC, go ahead and break it down.
Yeah, that's right, Adrian. We're not looking here for quantity tonight, instead quality. Nate will know what I'm talking about. Think of it like drinking fine wine. Our game of the week will take us to Franklin High School, where the Cougars were trying to get their first win of the season against your Eastwood Troopers, Adrian. And the Troopers returned to action this week following a positive case of COVID-19 on campus, hoping all is well there. Then we'll head over to Bel Air, where the Highlanders played host to the Austin Panthers.
Yeah, I was in the house at that one. Also over at Hanks tonight, Excalibur Stadium, as the Knights hosted the Irvin Rockets. First game of the season, by the way, for Urban here so far with the delayed start. But as you'll see in a little bit, it did not stop them tonight against Hanks.
I know. Wait till those highlights come up. Now, it was the East Side versus West Side showdown. As JC mentioned, Eastwood's game last week against Pebble Hills was postponed due to a case of COVID-19 at Eastwood. The Troopers were back as they paid a visit to Franklin, a District 1-6A showdown, and it's tonight's game of the week. Cougars have dropped 2 straight, looking for their first win in 2020. They have the home field advantage here. First quarter, Franklin's Devin Clark with the quarterback keeper, and run, Devin, run. He's going to take it to the promised land to put the Cougars up 7-0. But the Troopers are going to answer right back. Andrew Martinez with the pass to Samuel Lopez, and he's going to take care of the rest. Samuel Lopez, welcome to End Zone City, my friend. Troopers would miss the extra point, so it's 7-6 Franklin, but Troopers on the attack right here. The handoff to Great Romero. That makes it 12-7 Eastwood.
Julio.
Troopers will pile on some more here. Martinez this time with the quick pass to Lopez.
Screen there. He's got men. He's got blockers.
He takes it in. Eastwood goes for the 2-point conversion here, as you're going to see in just a second. Martinez to Ryan Gonzalez. And that's going to make it 20-7 Troop late in the second quarter. Martinez right here loses his grip on the ball, and it gets picked off by the Cougars.
Doppler didn't say it was going to rain. That ball got slippery.
Get a shot of that one. Franklin on the move here. Handoff to Stephen Powers. And, yeah, he just powers his way in.
Aptly named.
It was 20-14 Eastwood on top at the half. In the third quarter, Troop up 28-14. Here's Franklin's Devin Clark again with the quarterback. He is off to the races.
The ref slipped as well.
We have a zebra down.
That would cut Eastwood's lead to 28-20. Troopers later, Martinez can't find anyone, and he's going to get picked off right in front of the end zone. And that was Clark right there with the INT, and he ain't done yet.
MVP.
He is going to take it all the way back to complete the pick 6.
I need to have this guy do my taxes. He does everything.
He does a jack of all trades. But Franklin gets a little greedy here. They're going to go for 2. And check out what happens here on the 2-point conversion. Eastwood with a pick of their own. And we are going the other way, guys.
Oh, he's got plenty of real estate.
And it's only going to be worth 2 points. But you know what? The Troopers needed that one at this point. It was 2 points that the Troop needed because they would end up coming on top of this one. Final score, we could take it 30-26. Eastwood,
0-3.
Going to go ahead and give that Trooper clap there. I haven't done that in a while. Coach Lopez, how do you feel about your Troopers?
We had 1 day of prep for this game. We practiced once the last 10 days, and that was yesterday. We knew we were going to be a little rusty. We knew we were going to make some mistakes. I'm really proud of the way we started, though. You know, we started fast, and we knew we were going to struggle a little bit at times just to get the rust out. But I'm proud of the fact that we started fast. I'm proud of the kids' resiliency. I mean, God, to practice 1 day for a well-coached team like Coach Walker always has at Franklin, and to be able to eke out a win, and we did everything we could to give it away. But I'm just proud of the resiliency of the kids.
Just 1 day of practice, an impressive win by the Troopers tonight. Yeah,
that's right. You talk about that. The other episode of the EPISD YISD Challenge, I was over at Bel Air as the Highlanders hosting the Austin Panthers. Gentlemen, I don't know if you've ever seen Austin play, have you?
I saw them.
I did see them earlier this season, yes.
Yeah, those guys like to move freight. A heavy dose of the run. How would it fare on the road? Yo Holmes to Bel Air. Opening period. Austin's Isaiah Witterstower. Such a fitting name for a wishbone back, right? Just sounds tough. Plows into the end zone to break the seal. 7-0 Panthers. Next Austin possession. This looked familiar right here. In the open field, Witterstower, a burst of speed to get the edge, and I almost needed a new ACL there, right in my personal space. Fortunately, I just filed for my own health insurance at the age of 25, so no need for concern. Austin up big. How about this Beardage here? Blitz Beardage.
Look at that.
That's you shall not
hey, no
pass
shave November. We should give it a go.
Sideline. One possession later, Adrian Parsons of Bel Air on the read option takes it to the outside. Bel Air cuts it to 7 after the touchdown, but the defense couldn't stop the ground game. Not only Witterstower, William Rodriguez III, 200 pounds of USDA-approved beef. Who said the big guys can't move? Yeah, still carrying a trailer into the end zone for the score, and I got to protect my man here. This coach, he was wearing a mask. He was masked up, but Parsons back the other way, trying to cut into the deficit, down 3 scores, using the legs yet again, adding to the highlight tape, and, you know, pimping ain't easy, Parsons. Cut to 2 touchdowns. There is the lead, but Austin back the other way. It's Rodriguez with the fireworks inside.
Like
that would essentially do it. And then how about if there's fireworks?
Hey, John McMinn, I know that
there's
guy.
ABC7 chief photog, John McMinn. Look, whoa, a celebrity appearance. What is that, Tchaikovsky?
I like it.
I mean, let's slow this one down and check out the highs. Austin throws up 66, so in Bel Air, they get the double-digit road win. And he doesn't have a beard, but he is the man in charge. Here's Austin head coach Eric Pichardo.
In reality, nothing was surprising. We knew they were going to score some points. You can't keep them down. You know, they scored 50-some last week. They scored 40-some today. You can't. There's no surprises. You know that if you're going to play them, you better outscore them because they're going to put up some points. Well, we're going to take it 1 week at a time. You know, Andrews is next, and we're going to prepare for Andrus like if it was tomorrow.
Andrus Austin.
You know, those highlights were good, but that McMinn jump and twirl thing. Yeah, he got like a 40-inch vertical there. I wonder if his eligibility is up for him to play for UTEP maybe next year.
Yeah, you could slide a few reams of paper underneath that spacing there. Speaking of spacing, heck of a performance by Austin. They're out to a good start. I'm looking forward to that Andrus matchup.
Yeah, they're a good team, and you know, few high schools have the distinction of having been the alma mater to KVIA talent, but only one of them can claim Stephanie Valle as their very own.
See what you did there.
Yeah, you like that, right? And that, of course, is Hanks High School. Now, they're coming into this game 0-2, but they are looking to capitalize on an Urban Rocket team that still hasn't played a game. So would there be any rust? Well, you always got to warm up. That's a good start right there, but it would get tough. To Excalibur we go. Not showing any signs of rust here. Joe Gomez, more like Joe Jonas, a superstar run right there, gets the edge and the first points of the night. The Rockets playing catch-up here. Luis Rivera going to air it out, but he comes up a little short, throws it to the wrong team. You don't want to do that. Isaac Guerrero making his debut on the show here with the run back. Yeah, nice run there. John Hudson to Guerrero. He plays both sides of the ball, but he's got some slippery fingers right there. That midnight hour heart. Fumble on the one, and now we see the judicial system here. What's the verdict? That's a touchback right there. So the Knights, they do get a bit of a break. Stephanie Valle, sigh of relief. So what do you do after a pick?
Air it out.
Well, you air it out. Yeah. That's exactly right,
Nate. Shot, baby.
Aaron Candelaria, who's got the speed, he's got the hands, and he's got a touchdown. Principal Enrique Herrera, loving it right there, cheering on his boys. Again, no fans allowed. He's a Central, so he's allowed in there.
Turning back the clock.
That's right. Irvin on the attack again. Knutson to Daquan English. Completion right there, but a horse collar right there is gonna move the ball another 15 yards, and those penalties would be crucial. Herrera, though, he doesn't care. He's still partying. Like I said, those penalties would prove to be costly as the Rockets take it 56-42. Your final.
I'll tell you guys, the admission, the enrollment at Hanks, just the The entrance exams just doubled here in one highlight with Enrique Herrera right there.
Absolutely.
How about that? Look at the fist pump there.
I want a principal
karma with the Jersey Shore. How about that?
Well, without question, guys, the job of a high school football coach has got to be one of the toughest jobs in the country right now. Earlier this week, I spoke with the head coach for the Pebble Hill Spartans, Mark Torres. They've had 2 back-to-back games postponed so far this season, and that's just one of the challenges they face during this age of COVID-19. Here's my interview with Coach Torres. Well, I'm joined now by the head coach for the Pebble Hills Spartans, Mark Torres. Coach Torres, thanks for taking the time.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Always a pleasure.
Well, Coach Torres, just, you've only been able to play 1 game so far this season. Your next 2 games were postponed because of COVID issues at the other schools that you were going to be playing. Just talk to me about, the uncertainty of going week to week and how you've been able to handle that.
Yeah, I think the most important thing is the kind of attitude that the leadership in our program and at our campuses, how we approach it. So our coaches have had a great attitude. We've been preaching an attitude of gratitude, and everything is kind of a blessing in disguise. And under the circumstances, although they might be frustrating and a little tough for us, the life lessons that are involved are invaluable because we're able to teach our kids that, you can do everything right and something can go wrong, and it's not your fault. You're an innocent bystander, and you just got to deal with it. So it's a good way to teach some life lessons on the go right now.
Mm-hmm. And how do you just keep your kids, focused? Just, they're in the same boat as you are. They just never know what's going to happen from week to week. How do you keep them focused and, still keep them in that football mentality?
Well, I can't say that it's easy. I think it's just a matter of all of us realizing that we're in the same boat, and then, games might come out of nowhere, just like the Americas opportunity came up earlier this week, and we'll be able to play next Wednesday. And so just being grateful for whatever opportunities that we have and enjoying the time that we do have with one another, because, we're not shut down as a program. And even though we might not have the fun part of a competition, we still get a chance to see each other every day and get a chance to work with each other. So that's the bright side of all of this.
You mentioned that America's game next Wednesday at 7 p.m. at the SAC, a Wednesday kickoff for that game. Just talk to me about, working with coaches. I mean, scheduling is a big issue just in case that, if a COVID issue happens at a school, you're having to adjust on the fly and then work with other coaches. Can you just talk to me about, the coaches that are having to come together during this time and then figure out scheduling when stuff like that does happen?
Yeah, I think all the coaches that are around town are good guys, and I think we're all in it for the right reasons. And, Coach Melton and I talk all the time. The opportunity came up, we agreed to play, and we worked with our athletic director, JJ Calderon, and he kind of gave us an option or two, and we both decided Wednesday would be a good fit for us. And we're happy to make it happen. We're real excited to play a great team in Americas, and hopefully we'll be ready to go next Wednesday.
Now, you mentioned the blessing that it is just to be able to play right now. Just talk to me about, being the leader of the Pebble Hills program, taking these kids through this time in their lives during this pandemic. You're all in it together. How does that make you feel as a coach? You're along this journey with your kids, and you're able to play. Just talk to me about what that means to you.
Well, it means everything to me because, our profession, it's not about individuals, and it's not about adults. It really is about the kids that show up on your campus, and I'm at this level, and I'm where I want to be for the right reasons, and it's those kids that are in our neighborhood. And I'm just very lucky. I'm very lucky and very fortunate to have this group of kids to go through it with, and I'm glad that them and their parents are cooperating the way they are. If they're not feeling well, they simply don't show up. Our coaches don't give them a hard time. We're thankful for the ones that are there, that are healthy, and they're only allowed to show up if they are healthy. So everybody has their own approach and their own way of doing things. And our kids have responded better than I could have ever imagined. Now, if they're just putting on a show for us when they show up to practice, I don't know. I really don't know how they might feel once they get home. But I'm glad to have the kids and the group of coaches that I have around us every single day.
Just the last question I have for you, just the goals for the season. You got that win against El Dorado. You have a big matchup this Wednesday against Americas. Just what are your goals football-wise the rest of the way in this season?
Well, football goals don't change. Every opportunity is to get the very best that you can out of yourself and out of your team. And if that means that you did the very best you could and you win, that's great. If you did the very best you could, you improved and you came up a little bit short, you know, that's just the way it rolls. And we're prepared for whatever comes our way. And hopefully we don't contribute to another postponement. You know, we've been the victim of it the last couple of weeks, and that's one way of dealing with it. And I hope that we don't become a reason for another program to not have an opportunity to play. So the number one goal would be to just get all we can out of ourselves as long as we're healthy enough to do it.
My thanks to Coach Torres for taking the time to join us here on the Borderland Blitz. Coach Torres, best of luck the rest of the way.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Adrian.
Adrian, great conversation there with Coach Torres. And we got a chance to talk to him when he was first getting that Spartan program going. And what he's done with it has just been, you know, nothing short of incredible. Yeah, and good luck to those Spartans the rest of the way. Plenty more to come here on the Borderland Blitz. We're going to check in on some District 1-4A action as the Clinton Lions make the trip to take on Mountain View. And the San Elizario Eagles took on Cathedral.
Don't wait until 2021 to start your new career. Enroll today at Southwest University and become a nurse, sonographer, or health administrator. Earn your associate degree and become an essential community member in only 12 months. Yes, only 12 months. Southwest University is El Paso's #1 allied health university. Finish the year with a new purpose and a new career. Transfer credits are accepted. Visit us at southwestuniversity.edu. Southwest University makes you happen.
The first thing you'll notice when you walk into Vista Markets is the colorful decor that represents the taste of our community. The aroma of fresh baked bread and pan dulce fills the air, and the sight of our farm fresh produce will make your mouth water. You'll also find the best selection of beef and poultry for your family's dinner in our full-service meat market. We feature a refreshing variety of craft beer and tasty wines, and for that special celebration, we'll make a specialty cake for your loved one. And we offer so much more that will make you feel right at home. Vista Markets, we're in your neighborhood.
Don't adjust your TV set. This is not another episode of The Bachelor, even though you may have thought that with Adrian and Nate's dashing good looks.
Nate, yeah, but me.
What are you talking? You're being too bashful. We want to send things over to another Bachelor, the most energetic Bachelor, the most energetic member of the Blitz.
He's back.
Will Heron. He is back. He had the week off. He was sitting it out due to contract negotiations. We had him under the franchise tag, but he wanted a 5-year deal, comparable to that of Patrick Mahomes.
Well,
fast forward to today. How's it going?
I'm good, buddy. Thank you very much for welcoming me back. Had to take care of some Will stuff. But you know what you say? You know what they say, fellas? You can't keep a beast in a box. I need room to do beast stuff. You know what I'm talking about. Speaking of beasts, the Clint Lions were roaring today. Let's get those highlights going. Late in the fourth quarter, Lopez down 58-0. Junior Salcedo in the gun. Gives it to his halfback, Angel Vetter, who gets stopped quick. Next play, Salcedo's looking to throw. It's going to roll right. Going to cut back left. Going to wing it, but nothing. That would do that for them. Then Mountain View, we get the ball back, 1 yard line. Armando Casillas gets the rock and takes it into Pater. The Lions roll all over the Lobos, 62-0. See, he gives the ball back to the referees, kids. That's how you do it. Well, let's on over to San Eli, a minute left in the first half of the game. Irish host Sway Rios in the gun, looks for wide receiver Riesta, who lays out but can't make the grab. Next play, Rios still in the gun, is going to roll out, and this time I got a little ahead of myself, rolls out and finds his big tight end, Antonio Ontiveros, who brings it in for the first down. They're moving. Can we make some points happen? We'll see. Irish thinking they can make it happen, but Rios again is going to survey the field, not finding anything. He's going to pull it down and take it himself. That game would go the way of the Eagles as they take it 18-13. And so about that game, San Eli Cathedral game, I wanted to give you guys a little bit more highlights, but apparently the media was kicked out early. Officer Munoz said I was trespassing, gave me the boot. I'm so sorry, Eagle and Irish fans. I did my very best to put you guys on. Fellas.
Well, I was kicking you out. I mean, you got with this right here. I mean, you're quick.
You look like the sheriff, if anything.
I see you out in the streets. I'm not kicking you out anywhere. If anything, I'm inviting you in. I'm inviting you for a cup of coffee.
Tell them that.
Giving you my wallet.
Will looks like law enforcement anywhere he goes.
I'm the law around here.
Yeah.
All right, Will, thanks so much, my man. We're going to head over to Anthony High School where the Wildcats were trying to get their second win of the season. That's a tough place to play over there at Anthony. You gotta tape those ankles with the uneven playing field. They were taking on the Cranes.
Yeah.
That's a tough one for the broadcasters there. Cranes pretty good. They got four wins under their belt this season. There's Lucas Rizzo, Donnie Bishop, 6-7-0 Cranes. Later, Rizzo going to kick it himself, sees a hole up the middle.
You're right, that grass is a little long. Look at that.
Wow, nice
sidestep.
Oh!
Look at the tango right there, Dancing with the Stars. Up top, and we're going to go with the Vince Carter on the celly right there. Here, this is Trevor Owens going up top.
More like Terrell
Wide
Owens.
open.
Look at that.
Isaias Sanchez.
He's coming up next right now.
That's a touchdown there, and Crane's just going to keep it going. Here's Cervantes. Here, Oliver Cervantes to Payson Smith there, and right now it's 49-0.
In the second quarter, that was the score.
It got out of hand early there for Crane.
That's an active crime scene right there.
Fortunately, all the highlights mostly in the first half. Shutout, 59-0. Cranes of Crane get the win.
Let's run down some more scores for you. Tornillo and Alpine. The Alpine Bucks all over the Coyotes, 67-6.
The buck stops here.
Yeah. Well, after the break, we're going to have an interview with Las Cruces head football coach Mark Lopez, how the Bulldogs are handling this second off season for them, you could say, as they look forward to a football season in the spring.
Right now, there are thousands and thousands of jobs available for skilled and trained workers. The only problem is there are not enough workers with the skills and training to do them. Hi, I'm Antron Brown, 3-time NHRA Top Fuel World Champion. Western Tech offers many career options for people to get the skills they need to fill available jobs right now. From medical assistants to welders to automotive technicians, it's your opportunity waiting to happen. Visit westerntech.edu. It's college for the real world.
Do you need to use the restroom? No, my legs just feel really restless, achy, and heavy. Call them. I know they can help. Thank you.
El Paso varicose veins and comprehensive varicose veins in Las Cruces have helped thousands of patients return to a normal and healthy lifestyle by identifying the symptoms and treatments of venous diseases. If you are experiencing discomfort in your leg, call now for a free consultation, a free exam, and a free sonogram. That's right, free. El Paso varicose veins and comprehensive varicose veins in Las Cruces, committed to helping you return to a pain-free life.
The Locomotive won their first-round playoff match. Now they've got a showdown with New Mexico United for a spot in the conference finals. Watch it live, Saturday at 7:30 on the El Paso Las Cruces CW.
I'm Estela Casas. On October 24th, the Stand with Estela Fund and Viva Ford will be hosting a drive-through health fair sponsored by Albertsons. 500 people will receive a free flu shot, and 500 more can sign up for a mammogram. Search health fair at kvia.com.
Well, joining me now is the head coach for the Las Cruces High School Bulldogs, Mark Lopez. Coach, thanks for taking the time to be with us today.
You bet. Thanks for having me.
Coach, so March 5th against Mayfield, that's the start date as of now. Just talk to me about the journey that's taken to get to this point and how you feeling.
Man, yeah, journey's a good word for it. That's a good description. It's been extremely challenging. You know, this is I've been coaching now. This will be my 24th year of coaching high school, and this has definitely been the most challenging time that we've experienced. Obviously moving into the virtual land that we've all moved into in the world, and then we got back for a couple weeks in the middle of June. And then we kind of got shut down again. So we've been trying to, keep everybody motivated virtually and getting our guys stronger. And now we're getting ready to start back up again here next week to see our guys again. And all the while looking forward to the spring, really looking forward to the opportunity to still have a season. And like we tell our guys, we're always trying to find the positives. So, we're going to be the first in history that's going to get to play 2 seasons in one calendar year. So, there's a lot to be excited about. We open up with Mayfield, which is obviously, our biggest rival, and such an incredibly great game. And we're hoping a great atmosphere again. Who knows where we're going to be at that time? But it's been extremely challenging. But I'm surrounded by great people. I got a great coaching staff. We've got great booster club around us and parents. Our admin team is incredible, and so we've got so many blessings around us. It's hard not to be happy with where we're headed and hopeful for getting to play.
How do you handle that gap from where you would normally be playing right now But now shifting over to the spring, how do you handle that? Does that put you at a disadvantage? How do you get those kids, you know, to get into that football shape?
Well, I think as we stand right now, you know, we're okay. What we did is we basically redid our calendar. So, you know, normally we would have started our official practices in August. And so now those official practices are going to be in February. So what we did is we went back and we reassigned the months. And so we said, okay, now February is August. That means in January, we got to do what we would normally do in July. In December, we got to do what we would normally do in June, and so on and so forth. And so we kind of redesigned our calendar. So I'm very comfortable about our plan. The thing that obviously you're left kind of wondering is, you know, when we're going to be able to do certain things. If we start going into January, February, and we still haven't been able to do any practices or true football stuff, you know, it starts to get a little tough.
And as a coach, just how do you keep your kids motivated? Just, you know, this off and on kind of thing. I mean, for a player, I can imagine it could be draining. How do you keep them focused?
It is draining. It is draining. You know, I think this is where, you know, you gotta rely on your culture, you know, of what you do every day when you've had these guys. I think it's tough on the freshmen coming in because they don't really know us yet. They don't know the program. They don't know kind of how we operate. The guys that have been there for 2-3 years, you know, they have a little bit better chance of success because they have the foundation of what we do. But you're exactly right. It's been extremely challenging. You know, I say our coaching staff has done a tremendous job. Hopefully we're doing a good job. You know, you find out, I guess, in February, March, April, May, you know, if you've done a good job with it. But I've seen a lot of growth with our guys. There are a lot of guys that are hurting, a lot of guys that are suffering through this, you know, that need that face-to-face. And so we're excited about getting together next week. But that motivation is definitely a challenge.
So, Coach, I just got to ask you, you know, your neighbors over to the west are playing. I mean, as a coach, I mean, I bet you're just itching to get back out there. How does that make you feel? I mean, when you see that your neighbors out to the west are playing and you're kind of still on standby there, but your season is coming.
It's been tough. It's been tough. I'm not going to lie. You know, to turn on, you know, you turn on ESPN and, you know, you see high school games being played. You know, our guys, of course, you know, you look and pretty much every state around us is playing. It seems like people are doing a great job with it and they're having a lot of success with it. But that's not the cards that we've been dealt, you know. And so as tough as it may be to see that and to watch and everything else and know that we're not playing yet, you know, we got to control the things we can control, and that we got to hammer that home to our guys. You know, hey, focus on what you can control. For some of these guys, for some of these seniors, it gave them an extra off season. You know, we got an extra 5-6 months of off season that they were able to get bigger, stronger, faster. So you keep trying to find those blessings in order to stay motivated and keep going. But you know, I'm not gonna lie, it is tough. It's tough to see everybody playing when you're not.
Well, counting down to March 5th against Mayfield. My thanks to Coach Mark Lopez for joining us today. Thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Going to go ahead and turn our attention now to the sweet play of the week.
Right now at Rudolph Chevrolet, you can buy a brand new Chevy Trax for only $199 a month or a new Malibu only $239 a month. Rudolph Chevrolet, we're at I-10 and Red Road or at rudolphcars.com. Chevrolet, find new roads.
All remaining furniture inventory from the Casabella going out of business sale is to be put up for auction. But first, you can beat the bidders during the pre-auction blowout at Casabella. Make a bid type offer on any fine furniture. Any reasonable bid type offer takes it. It's a win-win. We could avoid the expense of an auction. You get the finest furniture money can buy at auction-like prices. Plus, you save the auctioneer's commission. So hurry in today for the Casabella pre-auction blowout. In the event of a sellout, the auction will be canceled. Extra care is taken to provide a clean and safe shopping environment.
So, Spill, what's the news?
It finally happened.
It's beautiful. Wait, is it a Viraggio?
Yes, unlike any other ring.
The ultimate symbol of love. Viraggio, unlike any